Hello everyone, Trisha here. I got so caught up last week, I did not get to make your video. I try to make a video every month, just a short thing about my topic of the month. And last week was so crazy. I had a graduation and my kids were finishing the last week of school, online school, but still, it was intense. So I am making up for that today. I have a chapter reading from my book, Drops of Sunshine. Drops of Sunshine was the first paranormal book I wrote, and I had a fun time with it because I was using a part of my brain that I hadn't used before. My first series, Being Me, was very much something I knew because I was writing a fictional account of my experience with anorexia and some of my experiences in college. Some were true to life and some were a little bit fictionalized, but yeah, so when I started writing fantasy paranormal, I had to be much more creative. So this is Drops of Sunshine, Chapter 1. Even though my GPS and phone signal had ended 5 miles back, I found the road for the turnoff to the camp. Creeping along the double rut path, I wondered how anyone could send their kids here. There'd been nothing but farmland and rolling hills for miles. Then I entered a forest so thick with trees and underbrush, it looked like an alternate realm. I checked the mileage on the truck's console to make sure I hadn't missed the 3-mile point. Left, right, I took the turn slower than the straightaways. Walking would have been faster on this trail. I looked up at the sky, trying to get some idea of which way I was headed, but the trees blocked all but a thin line of blue straight above me. Green light seemed to filter in from every direction. Finally, after 45 minutes, I saw a tiny sign near the ground. I pulled my brand new, now mud-caked Jeep into a clearing. A banner hanging from between 2 trees read, "Welcome to Camp Green Lake." I was relieved to see 4 other vehicles in the lot. A girl was lifting a duffel bag out of the back of a rusted pickup, and I parked next to her. As I opened my door, she let out a long whistle. "Nice Jeep." "Thanks," I said, jumping down for the cab. The moisture in the air seemed to attack my skin, and I instantly felt sticky. "Wow, it's woodsy," the girl finished my sentence. "That award for serving time with the disabled?" She pointed to my vehicle. I turned towards her, hands on my hips. "No. That a consolation prize for coming in second in a beauty contest?" She hadn't been nice, but my comment was mean. What did I care, though? I didn't need to make friends anyway. Ouch. I guess I deserved that. She wrapped her hair in a bun and held a hand out towards me. "I'm Brittany." I shook her hand and released it. "I'm Nina, the new lifeguard." A guy ran up behind Brittany, slung her over his shoulder, and spun her around. "Put me down," she beat on his back. He set her on the ground and ran his hand along my roof. "Sweet. We can have lots of fun in this, Richie. I'm Leo." Brittany squeezed between us. "This is Nina. She's the new lifeguard." Wow, Mimi must be getting soft. She's never hired another lifeguard. The charm life, eh? The rest of us got stuck with a basket weaving and pottery. "Don't give her a hard time. Here, let me help with my stuff." She tossed him a bag. He heaved another duffel from the truck bed, and she took 2 more. "At least you can cover canoeing." Her voice trailed off as they retreated across the lot, taking a trail into the woods. Retrieving my backpack, sleeping bag, and canteen, I hoped I had enough stuff. I tucked my phone in my pocket and hurried to join them. The trail was only single track, and bushes scratched my legs as I took long strides to catch up. I wondered how old they were, how long they worked there, and hoped there were other new counselors. Coming up behind Brittany, I tapped her on the shoulder. "Holy mother of pearl, you scare me to death." She jumped away from me. Leo doubled over, laughing at her, and had to set the packs on the ground. "Stop," she swatted at him. "Keep moving." "Sorry, so you guys have been counselors before?" "3rd year for both of us," Brittany called from in front of me. As 16 was the minimum age for counselors, they had to be at least 18. About 100 feet later, we came to a clearing. Huge oak trees grew at regular intervals in the meadow in front of us. The tips of their branches touched, so little light filtered into the space. Beyond the trees, the campus included a large log building in the center, 4 smaller ones to the right side, a pool and smaller log cabin to the left, and barn and lake at the far side. Looks like I have to do some mowing to do, Leo said as we tracked through the foot-tall grass. In the middle of the opening, we passed a fire pit in circle with logs serving as seats. Brittany craned her neck in my direction. We have a song manual, so you can learn the camp tunes. You play any instruments? Guitar. I left out the others, thinking that wouldn't be useful around a campfire. She plays guitar, Leo repeated my words, stopped and turned to face me. You got anything else? What do you mean? Skills. What are your skills? I know same language and Spanish. Nothing else? What do you do at school? Got a blind sister or brother? No. What's with the Inquisition? I squared my shoulders. Those two seemed hostile from the first hello. Just trying to figure out why they hired you. Can't be a day over 16. Not many teens want to work here. How long have you been a lifeguard? This is my 2nd season. Why are you here? He spun to face me, index finger aimed at my nose. You're a cheerleader, right? No. Band then? Yeah, so? He held his palms in the air. Sorry, newbie. Fish, I'm just messing with you. Newbie fish? Good one. Brittany pointed at Leo and then spun to me. What do you play? Do you march? I marched in high school. Clarinet. Piccolo. Cool. She raked her hair behind her ear. Maybe we'll be in a cabin together. How many counselors in all? 4 girls, 4 guys, plus a head. 8 campers per counselor, 2 counselors each cabin. Leo pointed to the smaller cabins flanking the main one. As we neared the lodge, I could see the wide concrete sidewalks connecting the buildings in spite of the tall grass. I followed them to the entrance. The sign over it read, Sunshine Lodge. Inside the large room, tables and chairs were stacked on one side. The 2 tables in the middle held a stack of folders, and the director sat behind one. Mimi, Paul. Leo set the bags down and hugged them both. Leo, glad to have you back again, Mimi said. Brittany wrapped around her arms around the woman, and Mimi reached out toward me. Nina, glad to see you met these 2. They're our senior counselors. I get to be the head, right? Leo looked toward Paul. Paul cleared his throat. No, we appointed Jacob. Jacob? Oh, man. Leo hung his head. Brittany smoothed her hand across his back. Come on, Leo. He's not so bad. She spun toward Mimi. Where am I? Do you want to room with Nini, Danielle, or Sarah? She cocked her head at me. I'll take the newbie. Do we get to pick our cabins? You're the first ones here, so you get your choice, Mimi answered. I'll stop at page 7 because I've been with you a couple of minutes, but thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy all the rest of the content in this email. I have an overview of my Pinterest board, some playlists you can download, and what else do I have? Oh yeah, characters. I have lots of character snippets about all the characters from my Being Me series as well as the Kingdom Journal. So enjoy, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye.